What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I go by the name of Darius Lindsey. I got another powerful message for y'all today, but before I go into that, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification bells for all my upcoming posts. Please subscribe and show support. I deliver weekly messages, weekly empowerment messages that's going to get you through your week. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop right on in. So like I said, we're talking about distractions. What are distractions? What are distractions? So a distraction is something that's taking you away from something. So you may have, like for example, if you are in school and you're trying to study for a test and you got friends that's constantly trying to get you to party, that's a distraction. If you at work and you got this coworker and you're trying to work and you got this coworker keep talking to you about the football game and what happened last week at the club, that's a distraction. If you're working on a business and you are watching TV and you're supposed to be working on your business, that's a distraction. That's a distraction. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down what you're trying to do in your life right now. If you're trying to run a business, if you're trying to finish school, if you're trying to be a better father, trying to be a better mother, write down exactly what you're trying to do and write down what has been getting in the way of that. I want you to take a few seconds to write that down. What has been getting in the way of that? So for me lately, give you that real. For me, it's been more like social media. Like I post a lot of content, but my thing is I gotta just post it and just leave. I gotta cut off. I've heard E.T. say, you work, but when you get home, you gotta cut that off. It's time to be a mother. It's time to be a father and a husband. Like my thing is, it's been hard for me to detach from work. I want to shoot content all day, but I got 4 daughters, so I got to be able to shoot my content, but still be able to give my daughters their time, that quality time. And that can be a challenge sometimes, especially when, we're just like, this is my daughter's tablet, by the way, and we're just so glued in to the phone. Like we're so in tune with what's going on, we don't even realize what's not going on. And what's not going on is you giving your time and attention to your family or to your business, to whatever you're trying to do, because you are glued into Instagram, you are glued into Facebook. All your time and attention is going into that, and you're not getting nothing from it. You're not benefiting from being on your phone, from being on those social media platforms. You're not benefiting. The people in your family is hurting because you're glued in your phone. You're glued in your distraction. And your business is hurting right now. You are hurting right now because you can be farther ahead, but because those distractions, and they are hard to break. I mean, they are hard because the distractions are things that you like. So for me, like I said, it's social media and also sports. I'm a big time sports watch. I love the NBA. I love, watching Zion throw it down. I love to see what's going on with LeBron and LA. So those things will take me off on what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm a creator. I'm an influencer. I'm an empowerment speaker. But even I get sidetracked because I'm human. You're human. You're human. You're human. You're going to get sidetracked. But you got to figure out what's taking you away. Figure out what you're aiming for. What are you aiming for, and what distraction is taking you away from that? Like, I went through a period of time where I wasn't even watching sports. I was so dedicated to my craft. I was so dedicated to creating. I shut down sports. I shut down TV. I shut it down. And you got to get so dedicated. You got to get so shut off that nothing gets in your way if you're going to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. You gotta shut those things. You gotta shut those distractions off. And I'm with you this week. We gotta shut these distractions off so we can get to where we're trying to go. We're trying to have a better relationship with God. But if we are so filled up with social media, if we're so filled up with what's going on on BET and MTV, our relationship with God it won't increase. It ain't gonna get no better. We ain't gonna see that fruit because we're in relationship with TV. We're in relationship with ESPN. We're in relationship with sports. So what the goal can't never be met because we're giving our time to something else, something that's not even going to help us. So we got to decide in our mind, and there's nothing wrong with those things. We got to have balance. We got to have balance. So, so maybe on Fridays, you watch a certain show, you do a certain activity. Instead of doing it all week long, you work on your craft, you work on whatever you're working on, and then set that day aside. Set that day aside. Or fully devote your time into your craft. That's what I say. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Because if you focus your time on that area that you want to take off, you put all your effort in it, eventually it'll take off. Like, I put so much effort into doing things that got me in a lot of trouble, but I put my effort in it, and it came to pass. I put my effort in it, and it came to pass. So if you put your effort into something good, it's gonna come to pass. It's gonna come to pass. But you gotta put your mind in it. You gotta put your heart in it. You wanna be a better father, some things you gotta do. You wanna be a better mother, some things you gotta do. You wanna be a leader, some things you gotta do. Some things you gotta do. And you gotta figure out what those areas that are holding you back from achieving the goal. Like me, I was involved in so much stuff that was holding me back. And I had to cut them off. Some stuff you just gotta cut off. You can't make no room for nothing else. You can't make no room for nothing else. I ain't got a lot of room. I ain't got a lot of play. I ain't got a lot of time to play around. I got 4 kids. I don't have a lot of time to play around, and you got to get to the point where you make up in your mind, I don't have a lot of time to play around. I don't got time to play. I got to provide. I got to work. I got to grind. I got to hustle. I got to be dedicated. I got to be committed. And until you make your mind up, and until you do that, you ain't gonna never see nothing come to pass. I was dedicated to getting my GED. I was dedicated to getting my GED because I knew I was gonna have to have it to be able to get a job. I knew I was gonna have to have it to do certain things. So I made up in my mind that, I'm gonna study, even though I hated studying. I had to get help. You got to shut off the TV. You got to shut off Facebook. You got to shut off Netflix. You got to shut off Instagram. Don't give those things all of your time. They don't even need to get a fourth or fifth of your time. Just saying. So you got to make a decision today. And you got to figure out what those areas are for you. You need to figure out and write them down. Check, yeah, Facebook. I spend an hour on Facebook. I mean, these apps allow you to see how much, I know Instagram allow you to see how much time you spend on them. Just look at how much time you spend on them. Like, dang, I could have spent that time. I spent the whole hour on Instagram scrolling. Well, I could have been learning for an hour. I could have been listening to a video for an hour, building my self-esteem, building my confidence. And the only thing I did was scroll for an hour, receiving information through my eyes that wasn't helpful for me. So you gotta make you gotta make that decision today. You gonna keep scrolling? You gonna keep wasting time? Just ask yourself, have what you done the last 24 hours, have it benefited you in any way? If it has, you can say that. If it's not, then it's time to make them adjustments. It's time to make them adjustments. So I hope this video has opened your eyes and has made you aware of some things that you need to take care of. And I hope you start taking care of them. And like I said in the beginning, if you're not subscribed to this channel, if this video added any type of value to your life today, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, turn on your notification bell for more upcoming videos. I go by the name of Darius Lindsey, and I hope y'all have a blessed day.